Now, if you're like me and you have spent any amount of time watching people play piano on music videos for worship stuff, you wonder how the pianist always just seems to be like so chill, doing only a few things, and then but they're changing chords, but their hands are like staying in the same place, and whenever you play you feel like you're hopping around all over the place to get all the chords right. Well, they're using inversions to do that. Okay, now all it takes to figure out inversions is a little bit of experimentation and trusting that you know where each of what notes are in each chord. Okay, but there are some hard and fast rules that you can use. Now, my first and favorite inversion to use is I'll find the key that I'm in. We're going to be in C. Actually, for the sake of argument, let's move to G. Let's move to G just to change things up. We're going to be in G. All right. So we're in the one chord and we're playing in G, and then the next chord that comes up is a C. All right. Now, the easiest way to get to a C, other than moving your hands like this, is to do an inversion. And this is the second inversion of C. All right. That's the one with the G and the bass. And all I'm going to do is shift these two fingers up. And now I'm playing a C. Now, the reason I know I'm playing a C is because I'm playing a C, an E, and a G, but the G's in the bottom. Okay. So that means that anytime you're playing in a key and you find the one chord, if you slide the 3 and the 5 up in the scale one note, both the 3 and the 5, you're going to be playing an inversion of the 4 chord. You're going to be playing the second inversion of the 4 chord. Okay. Okay, so that's the inversion of the 4 chord. We want an inversion of the 5 chord, so that's D, F sharp, and A. Okay, well, we're playing with the G, so we need an A and an F sharp. So if we move these two fingers down 2 notes, then that's our 5 chord. Okay, so on the right hand side, if you slide those 2 up, that's a 4 chord. On the left hand side, if you go back to 1 and then slide down 2, then that's going to be your 5 chord. Well, that's helpful. All right, so what about the minor 6 chord? The minor 6, all you're going to do is find the notes of your minor 6. 1, 3, 5. That's E, G, and B. And you're already playing a G and a B in your chord and your 1 chord here. So you just need to move the right hand side up 1 note in the scale to play your minor 6. Okay. All right. So you've got an inversion of your minor 6 chord here. Okay, so we can play 1 chord, we can play 4 chord, back to 1 chord, you can play your 5 chord, 1 chord, minor 6 chord, and back to 1 chord. Okay, now you can do this with each area. Like you can start on the 4 and then you can find the inversions of all of the other chords in the key as well. So that's just a little helpful, handy trick. You just got to sit down and work it out a little bit. But then it gets a little bit more interesting when you're then trying to play an inversion, but then you also want to do some of the cool things that you can do in a 4 chord. So here we go. We've got a 1 chord, and now we've got the 4 chord. Add 2 here, right? 1, 5 chord, add a 3/4 suspension, so that's okay, because that's the 3rd of the chord. All right, so you can see how knowing all of that, figuring all that out, teaching your fingers how to play in all of those contexts can really help you understand how to succeed in learning this stuff well.